AMC stock short squeeze update. This billionaire just bought up shares of AMC. Okay, guys, so we have another crazy institutional or big money billionaire buy to share with you guys. I really believe that this is the bottom of the market. I'm constantly seeing billionaire after billionaire after billionaire rush in and buy up stocks, guys. This is a huge bullish indicator for us because obviously billionaires, they manage a lot of money and they've been doing this for a long time, and they're a billionaire for a reason. So the reason they became billionaires is because they became very adept, very skilled at buying low and selling high. So when billionaires are coming into the market, that means prices are too cheap. So here we are on AMC, guys. So I haven't really talked about AMC for a while, okay? If you guys have been following my channel, you know I first recommended AMC to you guys when it was $6, guys. Just $6. And we had a ridiculous run-up, okay? That was way back in the beginning of 2021. Had a huge run-up to $61, $63, something like that. Now we're all the way back down to $11. So is this the beginning of another squeeze? Well, I've got some juicy info to share with you guys. You guys enjoy my content, please smash the thumbs up button. Really helps with the algorithm. So let's get right into it, guys. So Ray Dalio of Bridgewater Fund sold its Tesla stake and placed new bets on GameStop and AMC, guys. So Ray Dalio, you guys aren't familiar with Ray Dalio. He's a billionaire. He's been around for a long time. He's the co-founder he's the founder of Bridgewater, one of the largest hedge funds in the world. And he recently dumped his Tesla stock. Okay, so he sold his Tesla stock in December, right around the same time that Elon Musk was selling his. And he recently disclosed 2 positions in some of the meme stocks that retail investors like us took to the moon last year in January. Okay, so as you can see here, we're taking a look here at Bridgewater. He bought about 4,100 shares of GameStop, okay? And he also made a buy into AMC. So it says Bridgewater bought 27,100 shares of AMC. Now, this is very interesting, guys, okay? This isn't a big stake, but what's interesting to me is that the fact that now hedge funds are really getting in on the AMC and meme stocks. Okay, so this says 3 things to me. The first thing is that AMC and GameStop, the short interest must be high. So if you take a look at AMC especially, we can see that the short interest is around 20% of the float according to Fintel, with over 100 million shares short. And that makes sense, guys. Okay, so what a lot of people don't understand, and it took me some time to understand this as well, okay? And the fact is that there is a massive dark side to Wall Street. So we all know that Wall Street is responsible for creating many of the fortunes for people in America, places like Canada, and around the world. If you guys invested in some stocks, obviously Amazon, Apple, Walmart, etc., you've done very well. But there's also a dark side to the industry, and this is the industry of short sellers. So when you see that 100 million shares were sold short, that means that people are literally borrowing shares, okay, to dump on the market with the whole goal of buying them back cheaper and profiting off the difference. So there is so much money that is being invested to basically destroy companies with high short interests and drive their stock price down, even though the CEO and these thousands and thousands of employees in these companies are working their butts off to return shareholder value. It's like they're working like uphill, right? So you've got people in AMC, you know, they've been opening their theaters. They had a wonderful Q1 2022, and I'm going to talk about that in a bit. Yet these short sellers are taking the stock. So it's really frustrating. So if we take a look at that Q1, we can see that AMC posted their quarterly report last week. The numbers were phenomenal, guys. Okay, revenue was up huge, 785 million. Net losses decreased. Okay, they had a positive EBITDA compared to a loss in the first quarter of last year. Everything's turning around. Okay, it says there's the strongest first quarter in the 2 full years. They have positive EBITDA. You know, they've had a lot of new exciting releases: Top Gun, Maverick, Jurassic World, Dominion, Lightyear, Thor. Lots of good movies coming on, and they've been able to expand, okay? They even acquired 2 new theaters. They've been launching NFTs. They recently accepted cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, and they also invested $28 million in a mining company. So this company is completely used the support and the power of us retail investors to turn itself around. The CEO, Adam Aron, has embraced shareholders. He's probably the first company on Wall Street to really embrace shareholders. That's, guys like us. We're not the billionaires of the world, but as a group, we have a lot of power. And this company has done that, yet the short sellers are taking the stock. So what's interesting to me is that simply Ray Dalio and his team has come in and bought up a position in this. Now, obviously, these hedge funds, they don't usually buy all their stock at once. This could be, if they bought last, they have to disclose the positions for the previous quarter. So they could have bought the stock in April and even this month. And this is probably one of the reasons why the stock is recovered. If we take a look at the volume on May 12th, there was over 100 million shares traded. And you can bet a lot of that is institutional and hedge fund buying from guys like Ray Dalio and Bridgewater and companies like that. So will we see another massive epic short squeeze? And I would say, look, it's really hard to kind of replicate the short squeeze that we had in 2021 because let's be honest, everyone was, at home. Okay. Everyone was at home. AMC squeezed up, in February, in January and February, then they had this massive squeeze during the summer of last year. So a lot of that was due to people who were bored at home, okay? We had the lockdowns and everything. A lot of people were online. Trading activity was through the roof. A lot of people have kind of walked away from trading apps like Robinhood and Webull. Crypto's down. So I don't think we're going to have the same eyeballs on the market like we did last year because the last year's run-up was absolutely epic, guys. I've never seen anything like that. But the fact that hedge funds are buying back in, the fact that there's also some big buying from Switzerland's central bank. Okay, they picked up some shares of AMC. So they're not the only, there's plenty of big money that's coming into AMC right now. We could see another potential short squeeze. So I don't think it'll be as big as this, but I'm kind of looking at these previous resistance levels of like $24, the level we reached just a month ago, which would give AMC kind of like pretty much a 100% upside. So you take a look here on March 30th, April 1st, earlier this year, we were at $30. So literally AMC is basically 66% off of those peaks. So the interesting thing is you kind of look back down here, back in March, AMC was $13. And then it ran up like crazy. So you basically almost tripled your money in basically a month. So now we're seeing a lot of the similar activity. We see another huge bullish candle here. And I'm seeing some of their similar traits, okay? The big money's coming into AMC. The short interest is very high at 20%. Over 100 million shares short. If people come into AMC and start buying it, this thing could run up fast. So when I'm talking about these stocks, these meme stocks, I always want you guys to get in. If you're going to buy it, like I said, this is not financial advice. Please, please, please do not invest money you can't afford to lose. You don't want to end up like some of those people in the Terra Luna where they had too much money in one project or one stock and then, it tanked and they lost everything, okay? Any company, any crypto project can fail. Even Bitcoin. Bitcoin can fail, okay? Apple can fail. So just make sure if you're putting a lot of money and you're realizing that you're taking on ridiculous risk, you're risking your life savings on one project or one stock. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money, but just realize you have high reward, but your risk is through the roof. And you don't need to take massive risks to do well, okay, guys? It's better, I would say, me personally, I'd rather grow my portfolio 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% a year consistently than send it to the moon and then lose everything and then start from scratch. Because when you're working, whether you guys are working a 9 to 5, you're working online like I am, you're doing freelancing, you're in school, every dollar that you spend your time on earning, that's time you'll never get back. So you need to make sure that, yes, it's cool to, invest in meme stocks and things like that, but you need to make sure that you have your money in something stable, something that you really believe in, and that you've done your due diligence on, you've done your 1,000 hours. You don't have to do 1,000 hours of research, but you want to make sure your money is in something that you truly understand, you truly believe in, because you cannot get your time back. When you work, you put in your God-given, hard-earned energy, and you put your energy and your effort and your passion and your heart into your work. You want to make sure that you're trying to preserve as much of your work capacity as possible because you can't get the time back. So that's why I'm telling you guys, now I think is a safe time. If you're going to get into AMC, I think now is the time to start thinking about getting back into it, okay? I didn't talk about AMC here. A lot of people ended up buying this big candle and now you're down almost 60 cents per cent. So we don't want to do that on the channel. We want to buy assets when nobody else wants them, but we don't have to buy the bottom, okay? So the bottom for AMC was about 10 bucks. So we don't have to buy it 10 bucks, okay? When I recommended AMC back, back early on this channel in early 2021, I didn't buy the bottom, okay? I didn't buy it at $2. I bought it at $6. So even though I would have done better, obviously, if I bought it at 2, I bought it at 6. I was able to 10x my money, sell off. I sold most of my AMC at for $50, $55. I did sell at the top. So what we're looking to do with trading is, in my opinion, we're not looking to buy the exact bottom, exactly sell top. It's too stressful. We're just looking to get the meat of the trade, right? So you could have bought AMC within this range, sold it in this range. You're going to get the meat of the trade. That's going to grow your account quickly, and that's going to make sure you're not suffering huge losses. Because what a lot of people do is they buy here, and then it comes down, and then they just hope and pray. And for a company that really, is kind of an old school company, has movie theaters. It's not really very digital. They're trying to make changes, but for the most part, AMC is a brick and mortar business. We want to make sure we're buying at good levels. So now I think is a wonderful time to get into AMC. I'm going to be buying some options when Bridgewater and Ray Dalio gets involved in AMC. I'm interested as well. This for me is the catalyst. Plenty of support at the $10 level. Right now, I believe the stock is trading around $10, $12. This is a wonderful price. So my price target to dump, okay, sell AMC. Now, obviously, a lot of you guys are holding strong, and I'm not saying that we should be selling AMC, but we need to take profits, okay? About this channel, I have different stocks for different purposes, okay? When I'm buying stocks like Tesla, Lucid, and things like that, I'm holding these stocks long term because, if you take a look at the United States EV sales, it's only 5%, right? So 5% of the U.S. auto sales are EVs, and the other 95% are gas guzzlers. So, we have a long way to go in the EV industry. But a stock like AMC, I'm looking to trade it. I'm looking to get in low. When we get to it, when everyone else is rushing in, we're selling. So for me, I would say I would be getting in either long position or buying call options around this range, around the $12 range, bouncing off that $10 support level. That's really, really strong support level, guys. Very nice support level here, okay? The bulls came in, bought up the stock. The hedge funds came in. Once we start to get, if we pump, we could start to see a 2x, almost by a 1 to 2x in the price. As we're getting near the resistance around $30, I'm looking to dump my options. I'm looking to dump my long shares because that's just how I want to play AMC. I understand that a lot of the shares are shorted. And we're looking for a squeeze. Okay, the company's doing better. Obviously, they have positive EBITDA and things like that. And who knows? Maybe long term, AMC can be a fantastic company to invest in if people continue going to the theaters, and that mining investment's very interesting. They're accepting cryptocurrency. Okay, they're changing. They're making the changes that they need to do. The company's sitting at $6 billion. How much can a theater company really be worth? Do we expect it to be worth $100 billion, $500 billion? Unless they make drastic changes, probably not. But what we can do is we can definitely make some short-term gains using options and using long shares. So obviously, you guys, long shares pretty simple. You go into your Robinhood, your Fidelity, your TD Ameritrade, your whatever you guys are using to buy stocks. You get in there, you buy up your stocks, you hold them. As we start to see the RSI, guys, a big indicator we're going to talk about, the RSI. When we see that RSI approaching 60, 70, that's where we're going to be looking to dump. So we're buying the shares around the RSI of 30, which is the current levels. Once we see the shares near 60 or 70, we get out of the position, take our profits. Move on to the next trade, okay? This is just how I personally do it. If you guys want to hold long, it's up to you. But for me personally, AMC has just been a fantastic stock to me to trade. I'm so glad I bought it at 6, dumped it at 50, 55, came all the way back down to 10. So if I just held my shares, I would have lost all those gains. So now what I'm going to show you guys is how to trade this on options. This is what I'm going to be personally doing, okay? So we take a look at the past. AMC takes a little bit of time to run up, but not too much time. Usually the run up happens within 2 to 3 weeks because the short interest gets high and the retail investors and the hedge funds and all the institutional investors buy up the stock and the shorts have to cover and there's a big squeeze. So I'm kind of looking at some of these calls that are probably sitting on around within the next month. So I think June 10th is interesting. Okay, June 10th, June 3rd is pretty interesting. We could take a look at some of those call options. Okay, so we can take a look at some of these calls. These calls are pretty cheap, okay? You can get some of these calls in here. You can buy them in the money. If you're super conservative, just simply buy in the money calls. I don't see the stock going down from these levels, so you can buy some of these in the money calls. If you want some lotto tickets, if you really think that AMC could pump up to $30, you know, within the next month, you can definitely buy some of these cheaper options around $20, $21. Now, just remember that the option is going to be worth more the closer it is to in the money. So right here, it's out of the money. It's not going to be worth as much. But if AMC moves up, the option is going to be worth more and more and more money because the delta is going to be more and more positive. And then once the stock, if the option becomes in the money, let's say we buy an option at 20 bucks and AMC is $20 by, you know, let's say around like early June or something like that, that option will really be a lot more valuable, guys. Okay, there's different calculators you can play in, but basically you want to either buy options in the money if you're super conservative. If you want more of a lotto ticket, buy them far out of the money, but just realize that with each passing day, as you get closer to expiration, the option is going to be worth less and less if it's out of the money. So like I said, guys, I'm probably going to make a whole different video on buying AMC call options because I really want to nail this one, but I just wanted to give you guys this quick update because I think there's so much bullish activity now. I really think this stock is going to pump again. I have a similar feeling. The short interest is too high. Okay, guys, this stock was a $60 stock. Okay, at one point last year. Okay, so now it's much cheaper. So I really think we're going to see another pump in it. So that's all I got for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed my content. Let's see if AMC pumps, guys. Let me know what you think. Are you guys buying? Are you guys hodling? What are you personally doing with AMC? I'm going to be rocking those stock options. Might even buy a couple of long shares. Why not? It did well last time. We can do it again. So that's all I got until next time, guys. You guys enjoy my content. Please smash the red subscribe button. I'm going to be making more AMC videos, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Until next time, take care.